Now let's talk about kV for a minute. In the video, I said that a coil should deliver at least 10 kV, preferably 30 or 40 kV. What is kV? It is kilovolts, or 1,000 volts. Now the battery has 12 volts, and if the alternator is charging, you might have 14 volts. That's not enough for ignition. Why? Because the spark plug has a gap, and we've got to be able to bridge that gap. Now, if 12 volts was enough, we could just simply hook the battery up to it. But that gap is so big that 12 volts isn't going to work. Remember, voltage in a circuit, the circuit has to be connected. If it's not connected, if there's no continuity, it's an open, current won't flow. This is an open. That spark plug gap is a pretty big open. So we need a lot more than 12 volts. Now in the video, I said that you could take a screwdriver, stick it into the end of the spark plug, touch metal, and see if you have spark. But how much? All you know is you have spark. Now a coil should be able to deliver 10 kV. If it can't deliver 10, it's gone, it's bad. But for good ignition, it should be able to develop 30 or 40 kV. So how do we know if that spark is enough? You simply use a spark tester. It's a very simple device. It's like this, and it's adjustable. You can clamp this on to some piece of metal, and then you can screw this in for less spark plug gap or more. And if you look closer on the inside as you screw this in and out, you're adjusting, and there's numbers in there to tell you if you have 10, 20, 30, or 40 kV. Now this is how this comes, but honestly this clamp on the end is weak. It's going to break on you and be frustrating. So what I simply do is when that clamp breaks, I just take it and I solder a wire onto this spark tester and put a nice little alligator clamp out here. Gives me more distance as well. Now this one here, it's a different brand, but you can see the markings better. It's going to show you if you have 10, 20, 30, 40 kV. So to measure your kV, you simply put this at 10 kV and see if you have spark. Then you screw it out until you get to 20 kV and see if you have spark. If you have spark, you're good. You go to 30 kV and see if you have 30 kV or 30,000 volts. If you do, that coil is pretty healthy. I always go out to 40 and see if I can get 40,000 volts to bridge this gap. If that coil will deliver 30 or 40 kV, then it's good. If that coil will only bridge a 10 kV gap, then your coil is weak, it won't support combustion, and you need to replace your coil. That was my old Spark kV tester. Here's the newest one I've got. It says the numbers much easier on there, and it still goes to your spark plug, and then you can screw this in to adjust the difference. It's got a nice long wire to it and a much stronger clamp.